Interesting day here, of course. The magic number today is 12 because Namilyango has 12 titles of the Central Schools Rugby League, and here with an elite group of people, an elite group of professionals, they have played and now they are imparting the knowledge, and yet again now they have the win for this particular one against a very, very interesting rival, one that we share so much history with, Smack. But I just want to let's go to the big man here, not big in size but big in brains, Mr. Walakira. I want to get, first of all, he has been in so many of those encounters, and now as a coach, how do you feel to be part of title number 12?
I feel good. We had starved a lot, but now the starvation is over. We are going to celebrate it. Even if you divide our trophies using their number, they can't be greater than that. So we are on top. So the level, they asked for the level, we are not on their level. We are up here. So all is good. We are going to pump it till the Nationals, East African Games. We are going to give them fire.
Okay, that's interesting. I think one thing I can particularly notice is that there has been a change. I believe, if my facts are right, that last year you did not even leave the group. So what changed this year?
Last year we had things that disturbed us. Most of our players left the school on suspensions, expulsions, and we wanted to patch up the gap. By the time we were steady, the league had gone. So we styled up in the Nationals, and we proceeded to the finals, though we lost. But this year, all is good. I promise, all is good. All is good.
Okay, Edwin. First, of course, that's a very, very interesting shot you're putting on Kile Wivo. For those that don't know, of course, Wivo is a person termed from St. Mary's College, Chisubi, as per the Ngonians. But how did you see that game today? First, tell me, as an old boy, a man that has played but didn't win in your year.
You don't have to add.
And then you're here.
Yeah, as Payo says, coached by them. When I saw the rain coming down, it brought back some 2010 heartbreak pain, and I was getting scared, and I was kind of worried what was going to transpire. I was like, my vest underneath is not very clean, so I don't know if we lose how I'm going to move around with this shirt. But kudos to the coaching team of Namilyango, the boys. They managed to withstand a lot of pressure, and that shows the character from being knocked out in the group stages last year to come and win at this level is testament of the character building they went through. So you could find that this final you would have seen was physical, but was more of a mental challenge they had. Smack really came on hard, and if you look back in the years, Smack has always been that team in the finals that always does the problems in the finals. But Namilyango does as much as they can to withstand the pressure, and they managed to do that. At one point was 6-5. And you could see that was really tight, but the boys held through and they blew up the scoreline.
Yeah, maybe let's just talk a little bit to Payo. So it's been champions, clearly. But first off, Smart came with the game. It brought the game, but unfortunately for all the pressure they had, they were unable to get points. But however, they capped a lot in our half. There was a lot of many kicks being put in, so much. What was the communication to the boys at that point?
Looking back from previous finals, we know Smack is a first-half team and they do come hard. Today I was surprised the decision-making was not on point. They thought they could run through us, and that was the biggest mistake they could make. We've been tidying up on our defense, our press, and our tackling. And I was very impressed we didn't give away any penalties in all those phases. And every time we crossed their half, we scored. So it was just a case of being clinical against guys who I think were just trying to prove a point to us.
Okay. And then there's one thing I think we've been talked about it a little bit off the camera, that you have particularly chosen a big number of non-form sixes in this year's group. Normally, the standard is it is the form sixes who we believe are the most mature out of the 6 years in the school that will make the team. So they usually hold the biggest number. What inspired you to go away from that particular standard for this year?
As you can see, alongside me is a group of coaches. We work hand in hand. So because of our age grade system, when someone comes from under 17 and he's mature enough to compete at the high level, you have to give him a chance. For us, we don't believe in class, we believe in hard work, and if you can fight for a number, we even have an S3 on the team. Our number 3 is an S3 Xavier, and we have another one. I think it doesn't make the cut. For us, if you make the cut, no matter the class, if you qualify with the age, you play. And that's what our standard is. We don't mind about which class. There are only 8. I counted yesterday, there were 8 senior sixes on the team, and the rest is met. Actually, Form 5s are like 3, and the rest of the number is our levels. So we try as much as possible, if you qualify, to give you a chance and you play.
Okay, so Coach Semakula, we did talk to you earlier on in the week, in our build-ups, but do you think the boys executed everything that you talked to them about during the week?
Obviously, they didn't execute everything because of the weather, and we are planning for a dry weather. But lucky enough, we came up with the best. As I promised you, I told you guys, we're going to come with a win. Come rain, come sunshine. Actually, my aim was to beat them and they run off the pitch. Because I told the boys, we have to pump them until they run off the pitch. But the rain saved them. Okay. So nationals, maybe they'll pay for it.
So even if they said that they blame that the weather maybe is the one that gave you guys an advantage.
Exactly.
You know that's what they are going to say. Because of the rain.
It saved them.
It saved them.
Because come nationals,
sorted out the weather. They should have sorted out the weather. Because, my friend, if the weather gives you water, use the water.
Use the water.
Use the water. If it's the sun, use the sun. So, what did they do best? Nothing.
They talk.
Maybe coaches, do you trust your chances in snow? Because you have now showed that you can do it on water.
Because whatever you bring, we shall beat. Whatever you bring, we shall beat, even at night without light. We shall go through the...
Actually, I want to say, personally, I'm disappointed. We were going for 50 points because we put 45 on Marcos. This was supposed to be a 50 points. This is our year of redemption. We've come to collect. Whoever thought they had a number on us last year, take note. We are the team to beat, and we are not your level.
We are greater.
Anyway, so I saw you on the sidelines whispering a couple of things to the boys. Even us were out there shouting, you should do this. Yet we failed to do some of the things we are saying. But first I want you to introduce yourself to our audience and then also tell us how you contributed to the game, of course, from the sidelines, and how you think you kept the boys in focus.
Okay. Yes. As a champion, you hold your trophy.
Yes.
Stuart Moy is my name. Okay. I help the coaching system at Namilyango with a few things. And as a coach, I think the game, first of all, is not won on match day. There are very many preparations that we always have. Starting from the semi-final, this is when the game was won. Okay. The pressure that we always put on the boys, reminding them on the touchline, is just a flashlight to them. But otherwise, they always have it from the semi. I was very sure we were going to smash Smack, and I really had no doubt that we were going to blunder. Actually, I was just disappointed in the scores, that they were more or less, but I expected a high score, and actually I did not expect them to even have the 5 points. That was just a glitch in the defense. Otherwise, it was supposed to be on 0.
On 0?
Yes.
That's interesting. But one thing I remember from our days with Edwin, that when it came to the quarterfinals, things like that, they would always have special meals for the anchors. I don't know if that is still the case.
I believe it is an administration issue. The special meals, by the time I left, I'm not also very far from there. I left in 2022 after winning the Nationals, and the East African Games. We used to have special meals.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sure it is going to keep on recurring. We need to engage our administration, our patron, so that we keep having those meals, because I'm sure those are the motivations that the kids have. When I have a special meal, surely I know I want to deliver on the final. Yes.
Okay. So guys, coaching team, now that you've won this, we have the trophy back home. What is the next thing? What's the next plan? Let's start with you, Emma.
Now this one is history. We cannot fight for it anymore.
Yes.
So we are heading for nationals. All the plans, everything. Nationals, East African Games, and we are starting tomorrow. We are starting tomorrow. This is history. Tomorrow we are going to do a blowout. We talk about this game. We chat, laugh, everything. Then we go to the mistakes that we have to correct to go ahead, because we are meeting the same guys.
Yes,
the nationals.
exactly.
We are meeting the same guys. And this one, sometimes it's round robin. You just beat yourselves and the winner takes it. So we have to beat each and every one. Coming from here, we are unbeaten. We have to be unbeaten throughout the year.
Yeah.
So we are heading and we are fighting for that.
Coach Pa, is there anything you want to add?
I wanted to add this. I know you guys like content. I want to give you a content short. One thing about the coaching team standing before you here, they have all captain Namilyango College.
All of you?
All of us.
Interesting.
All of us captained at one point. Of course, when I was on Tigons, the captain was on Tigons. I have to mention before you do decide, Asa was my captain, but I was his pack leader. So all of us here, captain standard is because we're all winning captains. We've all won. We know the standard. Actually, I did the math, and I think between me and Emmanuel on those 12 trophies, I think we have either been involved in more than half. Then I did the math, because if from when we did the four trophies with Fredo, we were all around. So if there are 12, that means about before if you come backwards,
that means they are going to put a photo of you two in the dining hall.
Actually, let me put this color out there. I thought they would give us like a bio MWOC building, like a dormitory. So if you're here,
that one next to the tennis court.
If you're here, we are Nakopa, we are ready for a block. You can name any block, even if it's the rugby pitch, you can name it after us. Thanks. Champions!
I think the last thing I'm going to ask is, how are we going to also now make sure that under 15 and under 17 are competitive?
Guys, the thing is, these boys train a lot. The only difficulties we had this time is because of that COVID period.
Yeah.
Most of the boys who did not play were just slightly above. So, but going with time, it will come out, and there will be the actual age in those age grades. And then, because we even had to drop guys from under 20 to under 17 because they would not match up there because of their age. So, we are going to work on it. Under 17, under 15, and by the way, under 15 is traveling to Nairobi this weekend to represent Namilyango in Black Rock. It's a festival tournament in Nairobi at Ngong Road, I think. So,
interesting.
So we shall be there. We hope Fat Cats can follow up. We have space in the bus.
Before Fat Cats follow up, can I carry the trophy? I've never carried one.
This is the closest Edwin has ever been to.
Let me say this before you say that. When we talked about the rain, I remembered the bounce and Maso forgetting to ground the ball.
Yes.
And that one came in mind. I'm like, yes. So Maso, I still remember.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I should say it to the coaches out there. There must be grumbling and technical issues in the coaching system. But one, coaching does not start. You do not coach for a tournament when the tournament starts. That's the first thing. My other coaches can testify. We are clearly not training for this tournament. We are looking at nationals. We are looking at East African games. This was just a way through to get to the nationals, to get to the East African games. So when we are trying to coach, we do not only look at if a tournament is here. Now after this, what next? We are looking at the bigger goal. We are looking at nationals. We are looking at East African games. That is the standard we set for ourselves, so that by the time we come to these lower schools leagues, we are just washing. And I know we shall keep washing.
Okay. There you have it, of course, from the coaching team here of Namilyango College under 20 Central Schools Rugby League champions. As you can see them, it's going to be party today. The Goal League is also going on. Go! Nothing more to say.